Hello and welcome to the channel. So this is going to be a quick review of a very old kit. It's mainly because I'm doing the group build and I'm doing the 124th, the Airfix 124th Spitty Mark 5B, which was the Polish pilot. I can't remember his name, but he was a very good pilot. He became squadron leader, and this was his plane. Above all else, it's apparently not supposed to be a very good kit. As followers of the live show will know, I love trying to build these difficult kits that are allegedly bad and try and put a positive spin on them. With that said, we're going to do this review now. I don't know what to expect. I thought I'd already done it, but I hadn't, as I found out in last night's live show, because the bags are all sealed. So we're going to open it up. We're going to have a look at the sprues and see what we can see. From what I can tell, they should be. It shouldn't be very good. I don't know. But I've had a quick look through the bag and they look okay to me, but we'll see. So we're going to do that now. It's quite a big box. I mean, it's a very big box. I don't think it needs to be that big, to be honest. I think a lot of this is, let's see. So yeah, basically up to about here is where the sprues come, maybe a little bit less. They are all bagged together, which, let's face it, nobody likes anymore. So just for reference, just turn on my phone. So we've got the date there. It's Thursday the 7th of June. Come on. There we go. Thursday the 7th of June. Just so that people can see that I haven't done this at any other time, as this is for Christoph's group build on the Misfits +1 channel. And it's 100 years of the RAF. Knife. There will be some interruptions because it's the middle of the day, and you know, Angela's about. The dogs are going to be barking. My son's just got in from his exam. There we go. Let's take that off there. So let's try and make some. I don't know how to do this, so let's just pull that out. Pull it all out first. Let's try and pull some. Now that's a clear piece, so that wants to go to one side safely. We'll look at that in a bit. Now then. The stand we don't really want to look at, don't really need to look at that, but there we go. We're going to pull that down now so you can see. So the stand, you know, you don't need to see that. Let's drop that in the box. Yeah, we've got a few bits falling off. That's the man has fallen off, both parts of him. So we'll have to do it like this, I think. So we've got our no, there's too much busyness in the background. We need to. Alright, let's move these. Let me put this on this trolley. That's it. Move that so we've got a nice clean background. And there we go. We've got it's a bit bright. That I've got it on the lowest setting. Let's go for that. So obviously this is the front propeller cover thing, whatever, and yeah, we've got some propeller blades there, a cowling or two there. It's not looking too bad so far. Not much detail on these, but they're cowlings, so nothing too much to be concerned about at the moment. There's your propeller blades, they're nice and clean. Let me see if I can. I'm going to need that on to see them. I'm going to put it on its lowest setting, and I'm going to tilt it away from, try and tilt it away from that mat a bit so that it's not so bright. Unfortunately, just no matter how I angle it, so yeah, there's your propeller blades. We'll pop them in the box. We've got some more cowling parts there. Looks like some I forget what they're called. They go under the wings to hold the rockets or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, not too bad. That's some sort of gear selection lever there. Again, nothing too much to worry about. Looks okay. One of the wing sections, I'm gonna guess this is the, you know, I don't know. Listen, if it goes out, I don't know. So there's some nice detail on here, lovely riveting detail. They're raised, so any seam work is going to be a pain, and you are going to lose some riveting detail along seams if it's fillings required. So that's something you need to watch for, but that could be you know, a good point to practice. You know, you don't want to be practicing on a kit that's cost an absolute fortune, and this goes quite cheaply now. I'm not sure what these little raised bumps are here, whether they're meant to be or whether that is what does it looks like? There's been an ejector pin mark there where they've pushed the mould out, and I don't know, let me see if I can get in close, but there's a considerable raised lump there. Now obviously I want to try and keep this positive. That is quite high though, to the degree that I don't know whether we'd fill it from beneath and then sand away at the top, but you're going to be left with a very, very thin layer of plastic, because that's quite raised, unless it's meant to be there. I don't know, so I will look into that some more, but I do have a plan of attack. As you know, I'm new to sort of bodywork and filling, but I would think, this is my thoughts, if I was to start sanding that down and getting it flat, because of its height, I may end up putting a little hole in the centre where I've rubbed away all the plastic. So my thought would be to fill from the bottom, leave it to go very, you know, not just 24 hours, leave it for a good few days, then come back and gently sand it. That way, if we do go through the plastic, we'll just encounter the filler beneath, and hopefully it'll all paint over and be okay. That's assuming these are not meant to be there, but the fact that somebody's been along and tried to rub out the marks, seems to me that they're not meant to be there, but anyway. So that's one set of the wings. A little bit of work may be required there, but we'll see. And you've got a lovely level of detail on this one. Really is nice. Little bit of flash, but it's par for the course. I did say it's an old kit. That'll be easily dealt with. Yeah, we've got some lovely detail. Pity the panel lines appear to be a mix of raised. Yeah, that's quite nice. Let's just go along the wing from tip to tip. If I can. There we go. It'd be nice if it would stay in focus all the way across, but it's not gonna. And obviously this is the bottom wing. We can tell this because of the wheels. Just see there where the plastic sort of, there's a swirl, a difference. I just need to feel to see whether that's that's the shape. So there we go, coming over to this end. A lot of rivets there. A lot of rivets. And we've got one of the fuselage halves. So we've got a fair bit of flash now on some of, on these moulds. With the, we've got a piece come away there, and we've got another sort of different type nose section there. So obviously there's different variations you can do. And again, an old kit, so there's a high level. There is quite a bit of flash on this now. On these, up till now, it's not been too bad at all. But you can see, especially on the fuselage, if we flip it, you can see it. There's quite a lot on that then front airframe. There, and then we come up into this sort of area here in the middle of the screen, and you can see there's little bits of flash on there. In fact, nearly every piece has got it to some degree, but if you're not confident on removing flash, then you don't have to. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Angela's just come in the room, so apologies. I just needed to. Yeah, so you know, it's very easy to get rid of, and if you're not confident, this is perfect kit to try on, because you will be by the time you're finished. Just take your time, be careful, you know, use a sharp knife for getting rid of little stubborn areas, and a good sanding stick to remove others, and you'll be laughing. Just take your time. If you're really uncertain, then come and join Misfits, and one of the members there, or even I, will go through a small demonstration and show you. So anything to help, that's what this group is about. So if you want to be involved with either of these group builds, then just go to Facebook, and you're looking for Misfits Plus One. We've got a colourful logo, and just sign up and join, and you can get involved in these builds as well. We've got 2 running at the moment, the 100 Years of RAF and the Ford Escort, any Ford Escort. We've got a lot of engine pieces going on here. I have got an Airfix motor. I'm wondering whether to give it a go and put it in, but I don't know. I don't think, because I'd have to, I don't know whether it'd fit in that space there. High level of detail on the engines, look really nice. These will paint up really nice, and we've got some interior gubbins and that. Are they guns there? Yeah, these appear to be guns. We've got some lovely airframe details going on, and what looks to be the cockpit there. These look like cockpit dials, unless I'm mistaken. Fantastic. This is going to be so fun to build. I'm not seeing anything at all really that's, you know, the flash. Okay, the flash is bad. That's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. Over the whole model, it probably will add a total of 1 hour maybe in cleaning up. You know, if you're really careful. If you're not careful and you just want to zip round, and you could probably do it in no time at all. And then we have a look at the panel work on the side of the fuselage, and we've got some nice detail on the inside. Showing there. There's no photo etch with this kit because obviously it's an old kit. Various other, just trying to pick out various details. There's the propellers. So there's 2 sets of propellers, it seems. This set, which is all moulded in one, and then you've got the other set which you can, this bit separate. So I don't know what that's about. That's something we'll have to look at in the instruction manual. And talking of instruction manuals, let me just dig this one out, because that's it for the sprues. Right, the instruction manual is locked in the drawer, I think. Let me just pause this a minute while I find it. So we've got some nice rubber tyres here. For the we have some rubber wheels. Not going to take those out of the bag because they'll get lost. And these are 2 pieces that came off the sprue. A rather dashing looking guy with no arms. Quite harmless really. There we go. A nice level of detail on him, to be honest. Worth spending the time to get him looking right. Have him actually in the cockpit maybe. Never done that before, but it's a pity the bloody camera won't focus in on the... And then usually he comes split that way instead of like into the different parts. Yeah, so it's a nice little touch. And then obviously the wheels, we've got the clear parts. We're going to scissors. I've already cut this by mistake. It's I never bought it as a cutting mat. I bought it for a mat for doing reviews on, but then I've gone and cut. I've gone and cut it with a knife and destroyed the plastic on it. So already trashed. We've got some nice instrument panel going on there, and the glass, which again, not the greatest, but perfect opportunity to brush up on our polishing skills, and those that want to go a step further. There's two types. You can just do general polish, or you can go all out and go down the grades, the different grades, and go for a polish that way. So there's plenty of scope for learning a bit more there. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do yet. I'll probably go down through the grades. That's probably what I do, but I won't know till I get there. So those are them little pieces that I don't want to chuck in the box because they'll get damaged. Unfortunately, the Decal sheet has got a bit bent. It may be that I will paint some of these on. I'm not certain, but I may paint some on. But this is, I'm not sure if this is cartograph or not. I don't know. Let me just look on the box and see whether it says. Yes, they are. They are cartograph. Very nice. A lovely sort of matte finish to them. Very nice indeed. And yeah, so shouldn't really think they'll be having any problems with that. Thankfully, not as many as it was on the Phantom. If we just bring the Phantom in quickly, the Phantom had a lot of little tiny decals. You can see them all over the place. So thankfully, not as many as that. Very good, but I'll try and keep them with that. I've been trying to flatten them out. I've had them underneath this cutting mat. My cutting mat's under this, so what I've done is I've been hoping that it will flatten itself out. And then we come to the instructions. There's not going to be much in the way of instructions, to be honest. This is a fairly straightforward build, if nothing else. So as you can see, we've got the engine components coming together, the front just behind the propeller. We've got the instrument panels going in, the seat going in, we've got this airframe there, some levers, extra levers and details, some more extra bits and bobs going in. Then the pilot gets given his arms and he's glued together, and then he's painted, I assume, and put on his seat. I wouldn't put him on his seat too early, I don't think. Should wait and see. More airframe, bulkhead, firewall I think it's called. Engine drops in, and there you can see it all together, and then it's all going to get buttoned up either side, and then we've got the machine guns being built up. They're going into their respective places, and the wheels going on, and then we've got to drill some holes here. We need to decide, I think this is the point, do we decide on our wing, what type of wing we want? Not sure, but yeah, you can have wings down, the wheels up if you want, in which case they're there like that, or you can have wheels down, which is what I normally go with. We've got the exhaust elements going on, the door going on, lots and lots of bits and bobs, rudder, ailerons is it, stabilizers, it's all going on there. We've got a cowling that goes on over the engine. Some people make this one magnetic so that they can pull it off and have a look at the engine. And then we come to the propellers, and I remember there was two different types. There was the one that was already made and the one that needed making. Now step 31 assumes that you've got to build it together. So where's the one that's already made? 31. That's odd. Yeah, it doesn't really say why that is. So I'm at a loss for that. Maybe somebody in the group can answer that. And then of course you've got your colour scheme at the end, and your decal placement. There we go. So my plan for this is going in for the 100 years of RAF build. I plan to do this as a live video build series, so the camera will be on all the time. But what you'll see is I will record everything, and then I'll go back and chop and chat, you know, cut bits out, long bits of boring nothing, or speed them up, and then we'll watch the bits that have got more any interesting points in, any problems that I should come across, and we'll look at them together as and when they appear. So thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.